Hello. Welcome to my channel. Every time you look in the mirror, do you often hear people say, "You look increasingly tired and worn out under your eyes"? It's a stark contrast to how you used to appear, but one day you notice the skin under your eyes has started to sag, making you look exhausted. Even you are startled by your own reflection. Especially after waking up and washing your face, your under eye area is puffy, and it doesn't subside even by midday. At this moment, you might suddenly think, "I'm really getting old." And that feeling might be true. Skin doesn't lie. The dark shadows and sagging fat pads under your eyes aren't just a personal issue. Often, the root of the problem lies in small habits we repeat without even realizing it. In this video, I'll explain the causes one by one and offer solutions. I'm not just sharing little tips. I've been a practicing physician in this field for over 30 years, personally treating thousands of senior patients. I've conducted in-depth research specifically targeting patients with eye concerns. I've also seen firsthand how patients in the hospital who consistently followed this skincare routine for over 2 weeks experienced an average improvement of more than 52% in their eye issues. Today, I'll share the skincare routine that made these improvements possible, along with the principles behind it. I'll also reveal an additional care method in the latter half of the video. You won't hear this information anywhere else. If you have time, I hope you'll watch until the end. First, I want to ask a question. Have you ever heard someone say, "You look so tired lately, are you okay?" Or, "Did you not sleep well?" In most cases, people say this because of the condition under your eyes. When under-eye fat is swollen and sagging combined with pigmentation, your entire face looks dull and lacking in energy. Remember, the first impression people form of others is often decided within 3 seconds, and the impression around the eyes accounts for over 70% of the entire face. So, when the condition under your eyes changes the overall atmosphere of your face, and the impression others have of you will also change. Many people feel there's nothing they can do and simply give up. But in my decades of experience, even people who spend just 5 minutes a day on skincare look younger and more energetic than those who give up. And the skincare habits they follow are actually very simple, and everyone can do them. Before I go into the details of these habits, I want to emphasize that under-eye problems aren't just cosmetic issues. They also affect self-esteem, social impression, and psychological stability. I had a patient who was constantly asked at work if she was under a lot of stress because of the dark circles under her eyes. She was ultimately misunderstood, and her image didn't reflect her actual performance. That's why I believe that under-eye fat issues are different from ordinary wrinkles and sagging. During consultations, I most often hear patients say, "Doctor, why are my under-eyes getting darker and darker?" At first, they thought it was just because they were too tired, but now it doesn't go away. This is usually a case of fat sagging downwards. If this situation continues, the surrounding skin will become thinner and lose elasticity, making the fat more noticeable. Like oil settling in a pan, the fat in the skin also moves downwards due to gravity. To improve this situation, simply applying skincare products is not enough. You also need to change your lifestyle habits. The routine I'm going to share is not affiliated with any cosmetics company. Many people who were disappointed after using various efficacy products ultimately come back to try this routine. The important thing is that it's not complicated at all. Most people already have the 2 ingredients needed to start. But I won't reveal what those 2 ingredients are just yet. I'll explain in detail after this section of the video. Before that, let me explain why this routine is effective and what the principles are. If this is your first time watching this video, you might find this information unfamiliar. Feel free to simply leave a comment saying, "I just learned this today." Your comment will be helpful to others who have the same concerns. Also, I'd like to ask if you've ever been told you look older than you are because of dark circles and sagging under your eyes, or if you've become withdrawn and lacked confidence in interpersonal relationships because of it. If so, please share your real experiences in the comments section. It can bring strength to other viewers. Next, I'll explain in detail the causes of under-eye fat formation and which lifestyle habits make the situation worse. Many people think this is just a matter of age, but lifestyle habits, circulation function, and face washing methods are more critical factors. For example, vigorously rubbing the eye area with the palms of your hands when washing your face in the morning can cause physical stimulation to the skin, repeatedly causing minor inflammation and tissue damage, reducing skin elasticity and causing fat to sag. Also, habits such as washing your face with water that is too cold and rubbing your eyes before bed can hinder blood circulation and lymphatic circulation around the eyes, accelerating swelling and fat accumulation. Sleep posture can also complicate the problem. People who are accustomed to sleeping on their side or using very low pillows will have fluid accumulate on one side of the eye area, making their eyes particularly swollen when they wake up in the morning. Over the long term, the fat will move downwards, eventually forming under-eye fat bags. I once treated a female patient in her 70s who had been accustomed to sleeping on her right side her whole life. As a result, her right eye bag was more swollen and sagging than her left. This is a typical example of how lifestyle habits directly affect the skin. In addition, the skin structure around the eyes has its own peculiarities. The skin around the eyes is the thinnest on the entire face, with almost no subcutaneous fat, but blood vessels and lymphatic vessels are very dense. Once circulation is blocked, it's easy to cause swelling and pigmentation. This means that as long as the eye area is stimulated a little, it will change quickly. So if you don't pay attention to skincare, this area will show signs of aging first. Conversely, with continuous skincare, the improvement effect will be more obvious than in other parts. Many people mistakenly think that under-eye fat is just about gaining weight. It's actually that the fat tissue is sagging downwards, and the skin below is losing elasticity and looking dull. When coupled with shadows, it gives a feeling of deep hollowing. If this situation persists, it will not only affect appearance, but also darken your expression eyes and even the impression of your life. Therefore, I believe that under-eye care is not just a cosmetic care, but also a lifestyle health routine. People with dry skin and heavy under-eyes are usually not in good condition throughout the day, lacking confidence and energy. Many people want to eliminate under-eye fat, and the first thing that comes to mind is efficacy cosmetics or expensive eye creams. But the problem is that most of these products can only treat the surface of the skin. The fat accumulated under the eyes is not simply a surface problem, but a structural problem under the skin that needs to be improved comprehensively from circulation, firmness, and moisture retention. The skincare routine I'm going to share today has a different point of entry. It doesn't just make the skin look smooth, but it also stimulates the skin inside and out to organize itself. Moreover, this routine only takes 5 minutes every morning before washing your face. I recommend this routine in the hospital because it's very convenient. Patients in the examination room often ask me, "Doctor, my under-eyes are getting more and more sunken and heavy. What cosmetics should I apply?" Every time I tell them that what they should change more than cosmetics is their lifestyle habits. As proven true, many people have amazing changes after following this routine. People who persist for 2 weeks will find that their eye area is much less swollen when they look in the mirror in the morning. They will also hear people around them say, "You look so energetic lately." If you're worried that you're too old and it's too late to start now, you don't need to have that concern. Skin is more affected by care than by age. You can see changes quickly starting now. Today, I'll introduce the specific methods, material proportions usage, order, and common mistakes in detail for this routine. Next, I'm going to reveal the method that can alleviate under-eye fat problems. It only requires two common materials found at home. The first is honey, and the second is egg whites. Many people may not have thought about using these two things to care for their skin, but their combination can produce powerful synergistic effects. This is not simply a folk remedy, but is based on skin physiology. First of all, honey has been used for wound healing and anti-inflammation since ancient times. It contains a variety of ingredients that are beneficial to the skin. The flavonoid and polyphenol components in honey have antioxidant effects which can delay skin aging. Its viscosity can form a moisturizing film on the skin's surface, preventing moisture loss. For the thin and sensitive area around the eyes, the natural protective film formed by honey is particularly important. In addition, honey can stimulate skin microcirculation and improve blood circulation, which helps to relieve swelling and dark circles under the eyes. Egg whites contain albumin. When applied to the skin, it can temporarily tighten the skin, giving the skin a lifting sensation. Although this effect has no rigorous research to prove it, it is very helpful for relieving morning swelling and heaviness. When honey and egg whites are used together, honey can soothe and moisturize the skin, while egg whites can tighten the skin and adjust its shape. The two complement each other, producing an effect greater than 1 + 1 matter 2. This combination is best used in the morning before washing your face. It can soothe the swollen under eyes after a night and make the whole day feel light and refreshing. The usage method is very simple. Take 1 tablespoon of honey and 1 egg. Filter out the yolk, leaving the egg white, and put it in a small bowl. Gently mix it evenly. You don't need to beat out too much foam. The key is to make them fully mixed. Then apply the mixture evenly to the clean under-eye area. Be careful not to rub it with your hands. It is best to gently dab it with your fingertips or a cotton swab. Then let it stay on your face for 10 minutes. These 10 minutes are very important. It's not just about waiting for it to dry, but letting the skin absorb the ingredients and start to work. During this time, you can brush your teeth, do some simple stretching exercises, sit quietly and take deep breaths, or close your eyes and rest. But be careful not to stimulate the skin, and do not exceed 10 minutes. 10 minutes is the golden time to allow the skin to fully absorb while avoiding irritation and dryness. After 10 minutes, gently rinse with warm water. You don't need to use soap or facial cleanser again. At this time, you will feel that the under-eyes become brighter and the skin surface becomes smoother. Many people will ask, is it really that effective to use only these two materials? I want to say that the key to this skincare routine is not the materials themselves, but the usage method and the degree of persistence. Honey and egg whites cannot solve all the problems in one use, but many people have reported that their eye area is less swollen and the fat is not as noticeable after using it every morning, at least 5 times a week. Their makeup is also more compliant and their eyes are more radiant. Here is another small tip for everyone. After completing this skincare routine and wiping off the honey and egg white mask, do a simple ice compress massage for a more lasting effect. I will explain this part in detail in the second half of the video. Please continue watching if you are interested. Next, I'm going to talk about common mistakes when doing this skincare routine and which people will see better results. The first common mistake is applying it to too large an area. This routine is a concentrated care for under-eye fat bags, so it should only be applied to the area where the under-eye fat protrudes, not the entire face. If you apply it to the entire eye area or eyelids, it may irritate the skin and cause inflammation. The second mistake is not following the time. Some people wash off the mask after 3 minutes or 5 minutes because they don't have time, and some people let the mask stay on for more than 20 minutes. In fact, there is an optimal time for the skin to absorb ingredients. Beyond this time, Not only will the absorption effect be worse, but the skin may also become dry due to moisture loss. So it's best to stay precisely for 10 minutes. This is the golden time to allow the skin to fully absorb while avoiding irritation and dryness. The third mistake is not doing follow-up care after completing the mask, leaving it alone, or going out directly. After completing the honey and egg white mask, the skin around the eyes may be more sensitive. It's best to apply a thin layer of moisturizer before going out to form a protective film and prevent moisture loss, making the skincare effect more lasting. Next, I'm going to introduce the ice compress massage routine that I just previewed. This is an optional item, but for those who want to reduce under-eye swelling and heat, I highly recommend it. After wiping off the mask, wrap the ice in a clean cloth and gently place it under the eyes, applying it to each side for 30 seconds, a total of 1 minute. Be careful not to press the skin hard. Just let the ice gently touch the skin. Ice compresses can constrict microvessels and reduce swelling just like cold compresses. It can also relieve skin tension and redness. Many people have reported that the swelling in the morning is significantly reduced after doing the ice compress massage. Now I'm going to summarize the entire skincare routine. In the morning before washing your face, mix honey and egg white in proportion and apply it under the eyes. Wait 10 minutes. You can use this time to do some relaxing stretches or brush your teeth. Then rinse with warm water. If possible, do a 1-minute ice compress massage. Finally, apply a thin layer of moisturizer to complete the care. It is recommended that you do this at least 5 times a week and persist for more than 2 weeks. Many people have seen improvements in their eye problems with their own eyes. If you're still hesitating, is this really effective? Is it too late for me at this age? I can understand your concerns, but in my experience, the people who see results the fastest are those who take action immediately. Skin doesn't look at age. As long as you continue to give it stimulation and care, it will respond. Now it's your turn. If you plan to try the skincare routine introduced today, leave a comment in the comments section. I'm going to try it from today. After trying it a few times, if you have any feelings or changes, please share them in the comments section. Your experience can encourage other viewers. If you just learned this skincare routine today, it's also good to simply leave a comment, "I just learned this today." This short sentence may help many people. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to like it. If you want to continue to receive shares of this type of skincare routine, please subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. I am a dermatologist specialist doctor. I sincerely hope that everyone's eye area can regain vitality and confidence on my channel. Thank you all.